And welcome back to RSG Everspace Episode 5. Cluster 34, known as the Belgrade Cluster, or simply the Belgrades, is the current limit of colonial expansion. So in the 24th century CE Sol. The first colonial manned exploration vessels did not arrive until the 30th, when there were rich resources required for terraforming in the home system. The outposts constructed by mining concerned the limited contact with indigenous ochre species, as soon as they commenced with the arrival of the supporting colonial fleet. The cluster is still resource-rich, but infrastructure ravaged by the conflict with ochre. The zone between the ochre and colonial territories divides the cluster and maintains an uneasy peace. Another zone. Arrival in Cluster 34 in the earliest 34th century CE Sol. The colonial fleet's first encounter with the equally matched ochre race proved disastrous, leading to an all-out conflict and widespread mutual destruction. Put an abrupt halt to unchecked colonial expansion for the first time since it began. An easy peace is upheld by an imposition of a demilitarized zone between the two factions, served and patrolled by the ochre of the territory's prior claimants. Mining operations have been allowed to continue as part of the engagement. Colonial key? Colonial Fleet Headquarters Cluster 34 is a megastructure for facility on how much you're gonna bet that's gonna be the final boss. Military operations for the frontal region. During the aftermath of the war with the ochre is regarded as the strongest and heavy defending the colonial structure outside the Sol system. The movements are coordinated in the central control hub. See the local admiralty. Specify details of the number of craft types of weaponry or access points are not contained on the internet for security reasons. Base does, however, contain several bars and clubs and more than 20 fine dining establishments. Well, sport, value, venue, and retirement gardens for fleet personnel to enjoy. Operations. Salvor Armament Group. Armament Group is a laser manufacturing specialized in mining and military tech. And RIA 4 in the 24th century is a Berger Group. A hostile takeover in the mid-20th century led to the subsequent name change to the destruction of its original home colony. Silver prides itself on its precision instruments that are each carefully tuned and tested by a natural human on its laboratory moon of Vic-17 before shipping to a customer. Innova Gunnery Ltd. I'm disappointed that's not actually changing. Baron is an armaments company with a long tradition in building heavy artillery for spacefaring craft, one of the colonial home planet of Earth in the 24th century. It was created by a private group of engineers who are to establish a network of orbiting kinetic bombardment stations to ensure mutual destruction upon any renewal of global conflict and as an effective deterrent to terrestrial warfare for 2 centuries. BP allowed for human advancement and off-planet colonization. The name of the Innova Group is much respected for its link to history, although it does not belong in the current top 10 of quality manufacturers. Federal Arms and Crest. Federal Arms and Crest is a colonial manufacturer of energy and ballistic weapons, founded in the 26th century as the name suggests. A governmental body, it was privatized only a decade after establishment. The common citizen protested of the scale, FA&C, over lucrative incentives in employment, and eventually within a century found itself as aware of the state which spawned it. Today, the corporation spreads across the breadth of colonial expansion, with some 11 million human workers. It specializes in fusion blasters, coil guns, and track missiles, as well as shipbuilding operations. Maverick Precision Technologies Incorporated. Founded on 26th century Earth, Maverick is a massive interstellar corporation specializing in precision weaponry. It understands that as the only one with ISC grading to be controlled by a single majority shareholder, Dr. Jeffrey Maverick C. Cheng of Manila Free State. Cheng's complex personality is the driving force behind the unique philosophy. The company Maverick sells only to those who agree to their ethical alliance, not to reclaim, optimize daily force or weapons from governments and other corporations which do not comply. Its smart weaponry is designed to minimize collateral damage, and its technology is fiercely protected. Ensil. Ensil is a manufacturing and research corporation which produces a wide array of devices and accessories for the interstellar market. Founded on Mars in the 26th century, its brands, particularly in the area of nanosolutions, are trusted and utilized by ship construction firms and pilots throughout the galaxy. Benka is a manufacturer and research developer of booster technologies such as jump drive, boosters, and stabilizers. Military contracts were spent briefly after a series of accidents involving their parts in the early 20th century. The company has regained much of its reputation since with a much improved safety record. Its headquarters are located in Ganymede, where the company was established. First Interax. First Interax is a mid-sized corporation specializing in fuel and energy injection systems. Founded on Triton, I know the name, but I don't remember what that is. That's probably Moon. In 2344 CE, it experienced a brief period of ownership by Grady and Brunt's prospects in the 27th century. They were profiled dramatically. The company was sold in as Grady and Brunt went through a stage of corporate structurings. First Aeronautics celebrated steady business growth since its reestablishment as an independent company. Alioth Electronics. Alioth Electronics is a software and electronics developer specializing in drone and AI enhancement technologies. Founded on Earth in the 25th century by a group of hackers seeking to go into a legitimate business, it has grown to become a respectable company, although many of its brands fall into the gray area of illegality. Devices are distinguished by friendly and easily recognizable design features, and company is famous for its outstanding customer support service. Vos Space Industry. I feel like Vos is the name of the reptilian things in Galaxy and Fire. Vos Space Industries is a weapons, drone, and mine manufacturer led by a family concern and shared in the founder. No, it's Vos, I guess not. Vos has consistently placed high on the table best places to work, allowing total freedom of workout, commitment, and social engagement of its employees. His lax attitude has led to several serious security breaches in the past, however. 2 cases of corporate espionage severely undermining its competitive edge. To be a major subcontractor for the colonial fleet, there have been accusations of bribery within certain markets. Prime Sense Instruments. Prime Sense Instruments is a small company specializing in sensor technology. It has modestly priced scanners and probes for mining and military markets. Adambratech Quantum Technologies PLC. Adambratech is a small technology firm with a 5-century-long history developing state-of-the-art stealth and time distortion devices. Leadership of CEO Gary Wallace, company has received criticism late for breaking its exclusive contract with its colonial fleet, rarely supplying the black markets. Although shareholders are happy with the dividends, the authorities have threatened more than once to sever the contract, which would spell the end of the enterprise. Sirius United Space Yards. Sirius United Space Yards is a ship manufacturer in the Sirius system, which instructs small to mid-sized craft. Kept in business primarily from colonial fleet contracts, it has been one of the main suppliers of hulls to the fleet over the last 2 centuries. Floating dockyards, which crowd the key planet of the whole home system, give rise to a romantic image of the dockside culture, and many space shanties refer to the location. Shunmin Heavy Industries. Shunmin Heavy Industries is a military shipbuilding giant known for its construction of freighters and capital ships. Led by the CEO Dr. Genius Hati, it has expanded its operations with a partnership with mining giant Grady and Brunt Prospects. Employing some 5 million workers, Shunmin has become the #1 name for size and firepower in the galaxy. Several test flight accidents caused by pilot drunkenness have done little to the demand or reputation for the brand name. First Aerospace. First Aerospace is a civil astroengineering and construction firm specializing in space stations. It's known as some of the largest and best known colonial waypoints in the galaxy. Each building, wait, what? Oh, First Aeronautics. Okay, I was like, wait, didn't we already say this? Yeah. Each building concern includes a provision to maintain offices for its visiting executives stay. Since most of the work is now automated, often decades pass between visits and these spaces are left unoccupied and sealed off. Quarters and secret rooms and space stations have added to the company's mystique. Remote Prospects is a mining concern which holds several regional monopolies throughout the galaxy. Into resource extraction and logistics, the corporation is ventured heavily in drone what? Didn't we already read this? Yes, we did. Helena Ordnance Inc. Helena Ordnance Inc. is a ballistic weapons manufacturer best known for its scatterguns. CEO, former Lieutenant Commander Ashley O'Connor. The company chiefly employs fleet veterans and mercenaries, although some former pirates are believed to be among the ranks. The aggressive and suspicious nature of the workplace led to dozens of high-profile incidents involving theft, bullying, and violence. He held one of the least designed employers out of all ISCs. The Helena brand is much admired by roughneck pirates, some displayed by the logo tattooed on their foreheads as a mark of exclusivity. Shiva Systems. Shiva Systems is a developer and manufacturer of energy weapons, specializing in shock rifles and large impact missiles, particularly known for its ARC 9000. It's very trusted by the users and feared by those on the opposite end of the barrels. Ochre Fleet. Ochre Fleet manufactures its own ships, weaponry, and equipment with the aid of independent contractors. Corporations do not exist in their society, and concept of capitalism was unknown until the arrival of colonials in the 30th century. Thus, it is not preventing ochre technology developing on par to human advancement, although distinctly different in design and function. Experts put their origins ochre space exploration and technology development at some 1,000 solar years before humans. Never mind. Oh, yeah, that's where we read it. Current representative race and having several systems in Cluster 34, Parallelizite species that evolved from their dry desert homeworld and spread some millennia ago to neighboring planets, secret race telepathic to a limited degree and have a natural aversion to water. Known for ambitious expansionism, they are generally peaceful and inward-looking, violently reactive to new influences from beyond their own worlds. Early colonies in the early 31st century triggered a panic which led to devastating conflict. While I spanned up to 250 solar years, stable social conditions have allowed for a significant development of technology and culture on par to human advancement. In the course of a colonial expansion, occurred the first encounter an alien race to be equally matched in strength and sophistication. Adam Roslin. Adam Roslin was the Science officer of the Colonial Fleet, born on Hector Delano Station in 2995, he was one of 2 children of renowned genetic researcher Dr. Kirk Roslin and his wife Christine Roslin. Showing tremendous aptitude for science, he was fast-tracked to the Flight Academy, planned to follow in his father's footsteps. He was notably shy and insecure with his comrades, while on a difficult education. The outbreak of war with Ochre, he was reassigned to Cluster 34 to lead the frontline cloning program for replacing pilots. The program came under widespread criticism from ethical bodies, however, and was discontinued at the end of the war, the stipulation of the peace treaty. Roslin was only discharged from the fleet during post-war mass demobbing. Those rumored to remain in Cluster 34 without solid assignment. Several years of absence for public records, he is currently presumed missing or dead. Seth Nobu is an active outlaw. Former lieutenant of the he stayed. Colonial Fleet and was discharged without honors at the end of hostilities with Okar, one of the Ganymede Station, Solar System Jupiter. In 3002, to Captain Jackson Nobu and Medical Officer Sarah Nobu, he was the 11th generation of Nobu's to have enlisted for service, securing him an automatic place in the Fleet Academy. Children with short-tempered, he often fell foul of Academy rules, although provided himself to be especially skilled as a fighter and leader, winning the respect of his peers and swiftly gaining rank. Assigned to the front lines of the outbreak of the war with Ochre, his unconventional techniques garnered him much success on the field of battle, decorations, and a considerable reputation among the troops. Although it was marred by his confidential attitude to senior staff, that led to his dishonorable discharge at the end of the Ochre conflict. He will remain in the demilitarized zone, where he has profited from legal trade with outlaw elements, transport of contraband. He is currently sought by authorities in relation to missing fleet property, especially involvement in a number of attacks on good convoys. He has been difficult to trace, and is believed to be protected by mercenary squads. Yes, he was. Terrain is the name of an Ochre lone operator in the DMZ who's been encountered and evident by numerous outlaw sources. A lone Ochre is an extremely rare occurrence. They are to be understood to be EU social and herd-like. Thus, Terrain has been marked for further but distant observation by fleet scientists. Terrain operates as a trader in the DMZ and appears to have contacts, the ability to source powerful weapons and bulk resources. He has so far not been observed to return to the Ochre homeworlds, and is therefore thought to be kind of outcast. Those who have done direct business with him report him to be amiable, reserved, and only interested in making trade. As such, despite regularly handling and trading illegal goods, they are a relative harmless oddity of the DMZ. Corporations. Private corporations are financial, logistic, and manufacturing organizational structures belonging to colonial and other alien interests form the backbone of the galactic economy. Most ISCs, interstellar corporations, while they diversify in product and orientation, each specialize in particular areas for marketing purposes, be armaments, ship construction, robotics, or resource extraction. Expansion, exploration, and colonization of new areas of the galaxy would not be possible without ISCs to manage the task, and as such, the operations are encouraged and supported by their native authorities, either militarily or through fiscal incentives. Revenue generated through tax and trade is significant enough that without it, governments would fail. ISCs are vast and complex in the secure structure and employ many millions of personnel spread throughout any part of the galaxy where civilization is present. Robotic assistance to organic personnel is usually about 20 to 1. Some colonial corporations employ clones for service. This practice is frowned upon and often only licensed for frontier operations where a shortage of staff may occur. Employees are highly devoted to the company, usually remaining for the duration of their lives, pass their job skills on their children to continue their duties upon retirement. Employees' needs are met by the company, including housing, healthcare, food, and entertainment. Mainly sociality with employees of other companies or vacationing in another corporation result is highly taboo. A corporate employee may result in termination. A vast number of planets, moons, repurposed asteroids, and space stations are now only owned by a single corporation. Words have been voiced over the evolving cultures of these societies, although authorities are generally averse to opposing any form of action on such monopolies. ISCs hold much power and can influence government policies to a great degree. The directors and top executives are a particular class which live on exclusive pleasure resorts and are primarily concerned with their own immortality. Most of the practical business is conducted by middle management, with top executives shareholders and giving approval for high-level decisions. However, instead with a clash of interests or uncontrolled competition between ISCs have led to open warfare, and there continue to be instances of historical rivalries reaching violent confrontation. In such cases, the relevant authorities intervene. Interstellar travels allow large distances to be covered either instantly or very short times. 3 known forms and using wormholes, hyperdrives, and jump gates. Worms are naturally occurring, they are usually true and stable and unpredictable for the transit. You have to mimic the wormhole for now by connecting 2 points in space and time under more controlled conditions. They are expensive to install and costly to use. Colonial mining companies have heavily invested in extensive jump gate infrastructure to broaden their reach. Hyperdrives are based on antimatter reactor technology and consume valuable resources to operate, so allowing a degree of ship autonomy is a certain advantage for military purposes. Colonial War. The first arrival of colonial mining interests in 3022 CE Sol, Elcor experienced a dramatic shift in how they perceive their relation to the galaxy. How this civilization could potentially encroach upon their homeworlds. Following the arrival of the colonial fleet and establishing jump gates, seeing tensions in the cluster which eventually triggered all-out warfare between the species. Equal match in strengths and physicality, Elcor held their ground against colonials to devastating effect. These trials broke out of necessity as there was no clear projected victor. The zone was established as part of the subsequent peace treaty, delineating new limits of each species' territories which the Elcor were given the right to administer. I'd escape, but we got a little time. Why do you lose? What is this? Oh. Sure. I didn't die. Well, I died, so. Oh, Saturn?
This Seth Nobu, he was a friend.
In which case, next time you could perhaps there is an immobilized G&B vessel in the vicinity. No distress signal detected.
I'll check it out.
They're outlaws. Oh, when did I actually switch? Hello?
Thanks for the assistance. I was a sitting duck out here alone.
A pleasure to help. May I ask you what you were doing?
Shoot! There are more outlaws incoming.
I got this.
We got this. Maybe we do. Not you. Okay, so lasers obviously are faster than bullets. Don't run away. Hey. Overcompensated. Let's follow the trails.
Oh, impressive. Are you some kind of mercenary? Or a fleet deserter?
No, I'm a scientist. But I've picked up a thing or two about combat out here in the DMZ.
A scientist, flying a colonial military fighter. Something doesn't fit here.
A G&B employee all alone in outlaw territory? Indeed.
Anyway, I've got to get back to business. But I could use some company from time to time. Here's my signature. Why don't you say hello if you're in the neighborhood? My name's Carly, by the way.
Hi, Carly. I'm, Adam.
Well, Adam, nice to meet you. I have access to a lot of resources.
I'm sure you do.
Here, take some as a token of thanks.
Yeah, I'd love to.
See you around.
Currently doing your job for you. How's mines? Okay, they're good. They're not shooting at me. What? Interesting, though. Apparently it's visually different. Anyways, I had a communications thing to hijack. That's outlaw? interesting. Oh, yeah. That's definitely outlaw. Jeez, come on. Oh, great, more car. Why is it? I guess, oh, probably because we're not supposed to be here, right? They probably think we're like the fleet that's left or whatever. Really did blow up on me. I want to see if I can get like another of those carrier things to spawn. There we go. Oh. I mean, I suppose I should actually check all of them and then just salvage them. That's... Other than you, which I can't salvage. Another one? See what's closer. What is this? Suppose Hive hasn't said anything for a while now. Yeah, it's definitely faster. Although I don't like how you have to... I don't like how you can't save credits. Darkman. Ooh. There's a combat music. It's right nearby. Swap. I like I've always been more of a defensive person. Didn't I have more slots or something though? What a waste. Whatever. Nah. I don't like one-time uses. I should have enough scrap now. Yes, the destroyed thing. Just spewed scrap everywhere. Oh, I'm not even a gunship anyways. Yeah, you can add... I'm silly-ish. Yeah, and it looks to me like the darker ones are stuff you can't even... that have no benefit to you. So, literally just, Oh! That's actually a shield thing. Well, either way, shield sort of got me through that battle with Seth, so... How can I switch? It might be a button. V. That's not a good sign. Oh, you know what? I think I like both. Thing is, unlike Outlaws. Okay. Yay. So happy. Got him. They want to fight, they're gonna get a fight. Yeah, that does nothing against shields. I really should not have done that. Yeah, we're going back to here for now.
Come on, die already!
Nothing like a bit of lovely service.
Fine.
Warships, depart immediately.
No. Oh my goodness, there's two of them. Yeah, that's what I wanted, actually. Expected as much. They expect you to do 100, huh? Oh, I didn't actually upgrade that. Oh, I put it in there, but... Yeah, but that's gonna be it for this episode, though, so... Enjoy this video, you know what to do. See ya.